And now with all that, let's break down today's featured free game of the day. If you head to drf.com/sports, as you can see right there in the lower third, and you click on free game of the day at the top of the page, you'll get all of this betting insights and information for free. It'll make your Monday profitable, folks. The Red Sox, they're heading down to Houston to take on the Astros. Boston is 2-1 against Houston this season. But at home over the last 3 seasons, Houston holds a 12-10 straight up record against the Red Sox. And the Red Sox also come into this one limping just a little bit. They came out of the All-Star break, I think, on like a 5-game win streak, something like that. Seemed to be red hot. Another 3-4 over their last 7. They're not looking too hot. And they're sending out Nathan Eovaldi to start, who, hasn't been terrible this season. Has a 4.32 ERA, is 4-3. But here's the kicker. Over his last 3, he has a 10.38 ERA. Absolutely abysmal. He's going up against Luis Garcia, who's 8-6 with a 3.71 ERA, and he's been kind of the mainstay 3-something all season with his ERA. So we're not breaking name. This game seems very, very cut and dry to me. The Red Sox seem to be slumping. I think Houston's 4-3 or something like that over their last 7. However, over their last 4, Houston's won 4 of their last 6. No, excuse me. They've won 3 of their last 4. This is game 4 of 6 of a homestand for the Astros. They've really played well against the Red Sox. There's no Rafael Devers for Boston. I think Boston needs some type of pop in their bat to keep up with Houston. The only thing Boston has that's better than the Astros is their average. But if you throw that out of the way, their on-base percentage is the same. And Houston's able to slug it a little bit better than Boston when they're getting players on at the same clip. Yeah, the Houston Astros are able to bring them around more often. Granted, they score the same amount of runs, but the kicker is the Red Sox pitching just hasn't been able to stay consistent throughout the season. Red Sox score 4.5 runs per game, but they allow 4.7 runs per game, as you see right there in the middle of your screen. Meanwhile, the Astros, they also score 4.5 runs per game, but they only allow 3.4, one of the best clips in the majors. And so while their run support may not be as strong, they for sure are able to shut you down with the pitchers. And I think that's going to come up big time in tonight's game, where Nathan Eovaldi's getting the start, who has a 10-plus ERA over his last 3 starts, where Luis Garcia is coming in with a 3.71, 3, I think he's 3.12 over his last 3. So he's not going to allow a lot of runs. Houston also at home this season has been really, really solid. They're able to hit the long ball. They're able to hit for average, hit for slugging. And in all home games, they're 33-15 so far this season straight up. And as a favorite of -175 to -250, they're 16-9. As a -175 to -250 home favorite, they're 12-5. So they tend to play very, very well at home so far this season. Our power line makes it more like -144. So you got to eat a couple bucks there, according to our power line. But our game simulator likes Houston to win this game 4-3. And I think it's going to all come down to this pitching matchup. Houston's going to jump all over Eovaldi early in this one. Luis Garcia will hold steady, maybe allow 2, 3, 4 runs, but nothing too serious. Houston will probably jump out to an early 6-run first 3 innings, something crazy. I just don't see Nathan Eovaldi bouncing back against a potent Houston lineup. So give me Houston -175 for today's featured free game of the day. I'm not thinking twice about this. It's not a certified gold star pick, but I'm feeling good, as I don't think the Red Sox are fully in the zone. I think they're slumping, and I think their slump continues. I don't think it ends tonight. I don't think it ends at 8:10 p.m. at first pitch when this game goes off. So give me Astros -175. I'm feeling really good about that one. So that's our breakdown of today's featured free game of the day. You can find all that information at drf.com/sports. Click the game of the day tab up in the top of the page, and you can find all of that information, including a replay of this video and all the data that applies to that game that's going to make your Monday, almost said Tuesday, your Monday profitable. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Before we get up on out of here, as always, we got to recap what our best bets were for today. First half of the season, we're sitting at a 50-41 record. Some of those were NBA picks, some of those were Premier Lacrosse League picks, but for a majority of them, they are our MLB picks. Last time out, we went 4-0, which was July 15th. We went 4-0 on that Friday, and we're looking to continue that 8-0 July 14th and 15th. We were red hot. So Yankees, Mariners, we're going Yankees minus 175 in that one. The Bronx Bombers are lethal at home, and they're going to bounce back after blowing a 9th inning lead. Rangers against the Orioles. I love the Orioles this season. They're the most profitable team in the MLB. They're 51-51. They're looking solid, but I think the Rangers avenge their early season sweep up there at Camden. They're going to come out. I think they have the better pitcher. While this game, you might want to lean the under, as both pitchers have been red hot over their last 3 games. White Sox against the Royals. White Sox minus 160 against the Royals. I've been pounding my chest against fading Tony La Russa. I don't like the White Sox. I think they should be so much better than they are. But with that being said, there's no way that this Royals offense can keep pace with this White Sox offense, especially when they're starting a pitcher in Brad Keller, who has a 4.35 ERA. I think the White Sox get to him, push a couple runs across, and I don't think the Royals have the pop in their bat to keep up with Chicago. And that same sentiment heads into Astros, Red Sox. Astros, they have a slightly worse average than the Red Sox, but their on-base percentage is the same, and their slugging percentage is better than Boston. Pair that with the fact that they have 40-plus more home runs than Boston. They're at home. If you sense a trend here, we're going with all the home favorites today. Astros at home against Red Sox last 3 seasons are 12-10, and Luis Garcia with a 3.71, the constant 3-something ERA he's had all season. Going up against Nathan Eovaldi, who has a 10.38 ERA over his last 3. I think the Astros are going to push too many runs across. I think the slumping Red Sox continue their slump and won't be able to keep pace with Houston tonight in our featured free game of the day. So thank you so much for tuning in. One more reminder, follow us everywhere at DRF Sportsbook. You see it right there. Follow us, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, everything. We're now DRF Sportsbook. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. After a long hiatus, we'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, 11 a.m.-ish. Wherever you're watching today, we'll be there again tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. May it be profitable. May we win some money. See you Tuesday, same time, same place. See ya.